What's good, everybody? It's a super quick show, super thought, probably like a 20-minute show, probably less than that. All right, so more thoughts on social awkwardness in people. I was thinking about how the the way that people have been communicating or have been dating each other has gotten more strange throughout the years. And I laugh because a lot of y'all was just so hyped for this age of Aquarius thing. And I was just like, do you people know the Aquarius zodiac sign? Like, do you people know what y'all actually are out here requesting and asking for when you really want the age of Aquarius to be here? And the reality is, no, y'all don't. y'all didn't. Y'all really did not know what you guys, and of course, I'm moving around, by the way, what you guys were truly asking for when you were requesting for the age of Aquarius. But I'm going to pull out the astrology, like I always say. I'm going to pull out the astrology and just get into the logic of a thing, right? What I have come to always see through my years of, oh shit, it fell apart. No good, no way, no. Of being on this planet is that there has always been social awkwardness. And as somebody from the city, that whole world of being in the city is a place where people are very socially awkward and even socially rude. You want to really get technical. And let's get into it. You see, the online dating world created a space of shortcuts, right? But so did the work world. The work world also created a space of shortcuts. How so? Well, if I work with you and I'm constantly around you and I'm constantly in your face and we constantly are around each other at work, it feels as if we may have been acquainted or we know each other. Or there's some type of connection there. For headphones users, turn your headphones down. I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background. Right? So it feels like there's something where we know each other, where we are connected to one another, right? Which is false. You're only connected to people who you build connections with. You also look at the psychology of people's lives and how their lives have been in the space of having Gen X, Boomer, and the silent generation raising them. So a lot of people have had this life as being raised. I'll get into something. One thing I did, rest in peace to her, my grandma Rose got on me about. She was like, you come in the house and you don't speak or say anything to anyone. And I wish I would have known in that time how to talk to her to help her understand why I was the way that I am. And so, sometimes you grow up and you begin to learn why. Because I was a stepchild, I was damn near second class citizen as a stepchild, and this was allowed. You understand? And so I never had to be acknowledged in the room. I never had to be acknowledged in the space. And so, therefore, I have continued to navigate that way. And then there's a lot of other aspects in my life where things were highly, highly detached in the way I was and the way that I was raised in that particular house. This is why, for me, I'm thankful for New York City, and I should have been more thankful for New York City because New York City is the very place to why I have a personality. When you get closely enough to know me, you will see I have a personality. And I'm a fun person to talk to and get to know. You know what I'm saying? Once you get close enough to me. And yeah. And so there's a lot of other people in this world who it could possibly be worse. Like, let's just call it what it is. It could possibly be worse. And because of that, they're going into this world with their social awkwardness or their weirdness or their strangeness, and they don't know how to cope. See, that's the difference. A lot of people don't know how to cope, or they don't have the capacity to understand how to cope. Do you understand what I mean when I say that? What I'm saying is, there are people who have experienced major trauma and heartache, major trauma and heartache, and even therapy and meds is not enough. But therapy and meds can keep them at bay, right? You have people who their way of expressing things in life, expressing their anger, their feelings, is through fighting, and fighting. And so that's how they handle life because that's all they know. That's all they know how to do until they get older enough to know that fighting is for stupid people, right? Fighting is not always the way of showing how tough you are, right? You have that. Then you have the idea that I can actually heat this up today while I'm at work. Then you have the idea that are people who isolate to cope, ghost to cope, get away from people to cope with people in this world or cope with this world in general. But that's just how they do it. That's just how they do it. Because that's just the only way that they know how to do it. Right? But then there is something else to make note of, right? And what we can make note of is this. You got people who are walking around here who are also very afraid. They're afraid of people. Life made it that way. They're afraid to show themselves because they know they may go to jail or they will go to jail. They're afraid of being hurt because whatever pain they have experienced, they have not let it up. Do you follow where I'm going with this? And so therefore, these same people, what you are watching, what you are witnessing, are people who have a lot of healing to do. And the thing is, when you have done the healing, when you have done the work, when you are doing the work, you really don't have time for people like that. When you are doing the work, you don't have time or the patience to sit down with somebody unless you like them to that capacity. And if you like them to that capacity, then yes, you do have the time to sit down and work with them. You have the time to sit down and have the patience with them because, hey, you really want to be with them. But let's get to the point before it gets there, to the point where y'all are in a relationship and dating and all that. Let's get before that. There's too many people where their experience is, I'm talking to this person, we're vibing, and I like them, and they like me, and they really like me, and I really like them, right? But then something happens where I'm ghosted. But then something happens where I say something wrong and they go away. Something happens where they don't like the way I'm texting too much or something. It's always something, right? And it's like, well, what the fuck did you match me for? What the fuck did you say that you like me for? What the fuck is going on? I'm not talking about the scammers that want money. They expose themselves. They can't hide too much. Them scammers and users, they can't help themselves because they need something. So therefore, they're going to express that place of need very, very quickly. Okay? That's a different story there. Some people are more clever. I get it. But when it comes to them scammers, nah, not really. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. There's a manipulative thing that is going on out here. And I mean a highly manipulative thing that's going on out here. And we have to start paying attention to what this manipulation is. And start paying attention to how it's being played on us day by day. Men are not socially intelligent people. The way he can have some sort of social intelligence is if he has sisters in his life, if he has some kind of feminine energy to guide him in learning how to do that. And the same thing goes for a woman. She has to, sometimes the masculine woman has to have that in her life if there's too many males around her. She's not going to be socially inept. Okay? Another thing. If you're sitting around somebody every day, that don't mean you know them. Stop playing with yourself. That's a complete stranger until you sit down and really get to know that stranger. Until you are in a space with them, until you are out in public with them, until you are out in, how do I say it? Out in public with them, going somewhere with them, a date with them, going to places with them around their family to see how they act around you, places around their friends, you are not going to know who the fuck is in front of you. Okay? And even then, you still got to fill shit out. But it's better you do it that way. Okay? 1 second. Okay? Better you do it that way. Then you have to ask yourself, why is it that you believe that a person in your presence is enough to say that you know that person? That a person in your presence that you just say hi, hello to on a day-to-day basis, that you feel the energy from, is enough to say that you know that person. Because it is a social awkward game that's being played in your face on a day-to-day basis. You like somebody, you put yourself in their space, you put yourself in you're always in their face on a day-to-day basis. They see you all the time. So you get acknowledged, and that's how you get attention. You like somebody, it damn near turns into a motherfucking stalking situation where, I damn near gotta stalk this person to get them to eye and recognize that I exist. When you like somebody. And this all alone, all in itself causes problems. And if you really like somebody, oh boy, get that love candle, get that love magic going, get that honey jar going, right? And all of these things are social awkward behavior. And it stems from your socially awkward life at home. Most people who work day to day, 9 to 5s, online constantly, their lives are in complete shambles. Their lives are in complete shambles. No matter how much they want to praise that they in a mansion, they drive fancy cars, they do fancy shit, their lives be in shambles. And all of these people who had a dream, had a vision, that became YouTubers, that become partners to some app, or something. I've done it all. There is something missing with every person. Every single one of them, there is something missing. And this is the life. And this is the world of people that we live amongst day to day to day. All right? And another thing about this that I'm talking about is that this is all why what happens, happens. You talk to somebody, find out they had a horrible divorce. You find out that they had a horrible situation in their life. And you're listening, right? And it's most of the time the people like us, like me, and like you, who are like, fuck this online dating world, fuck talking to people online, I'm not doing it no more, I can't do this. Most of the time it's us. We cross paths with these people and we listen. And that very thing that they're talking about is the very thing that has them stuck. Very thing that has them stuck. People have made the world seem like you're fucked up. The world has made you seem like you're fucked up if you don't have friends, or you don't at least have a friend, or you don't at least have a best friend. But until you get into people and you understand people, you don't really want friends. You don't really want people around you like that. The only people that you want around you are the people who you want around you on a more emotional, close level or business level, because those are relationships too. This is what is going on with everybody outside. You can't trust dating somebody from your job. You can't trust nobody dating from online. You can't trust people, period. Not even people who you call family. There's some people you can't trust. You don't know people like you think you know them. And this is the harsh reality that I think a lot of people cannot cope with. Some people have such tragedies that they're living their life vicariously through their pain. I like this relationship because it reminds me of when this person has something I used to have, and this is why I'm in this relationship. I'm with this person because they remind me of the person that I once was engaged with, and we didn't get to continue that, and we broke up. It's all of this deep psychological stuff. And if you're going to be with somebody for these deep psychological reasons, what's going to happen is that whatever fantasy in your brain that this person is supposed to fulfill, you are going to begin to resent and hate them because you're still holding on to what cannot come back. That person that once was, they once were, for whatever part of your life that they were there. That person that was here that's now gone, they are their own individual person and they were who they were. Nobody can replace that. If anything in life, you want something much more or something new or something you can get the feeling of what it like. First of all, you have to grow up because there's a point of immaturity in this too. When you grow up, you understand that your relationships as an adult should not be the relationships you had in your teens or in your 20s. You should have adult relationships, correct? When you grow up, you understand that this relationship that I'm having, or doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be personal, it can just be a friendship or whatever I'm having, is at the level of where my life is right now. That's what's important. You have people who are waiting for someone. You have people who have been mistresses or mistresses, I don't know what men are called, side pieces, and they have made their life comfortable this way. And you have people with horrible self-esteem. Horrible self-esteem. And because of that, this is why they have what they have around them. This is the depression. This is the sadness. This is the crying. This is the not having the capacity to self-reflect and understand what's happening around their life. So when you have that level of depth and you've been in therapy, it ain't really that easy to date. This is something that has turned me off a bit from my last therapist, who I may go back to because I may approach her about this. Like, you met your husband online. That's alarming to me. Online. You're a therapist. Now, I'm not saying that people can't find love online. I'm not saying that. I've never said that. But I'm going into the social awkwardness. It was not easy in my current relationship. We had a situation, and when it happened, I knew for sure that it happened because of somebody else in her life that influenced that. I knew why it happened. And then that's when I made the changes that I needed to make in my life. Was like, okay, if you're going to be with somebody, you go out with them. You go with them to their family events. You're not in your last relationship where you don't come around no more. And this, that, and the third. I had to learn. I carried on a relationship in my past where I was there, but I was not there. This is how I kept carrying on relationships in my life. I was there, but I was not there. And this is the first relationship where I am 100% there. Why? Because my age, I am older now. I have grown. I know what I want and I know what I need. And I know how to handle it. I don't find myself getting mad and running. Sometimes I have my ways, but I catch them. And you have to understand that there are people out here, they don't have the capacity to dig and see that. Like they don't have it to see, like, do you see your patterns in life? Do you recognize the relationships that you choose? Why are you friends with this particular person who's the total opposite from you? Why are you around people who are just complete trash? Why did you attract someone who is reflective of something in your own past? You have to look at all of these things. Why did you go to a gamer spot and communicate with this person who was fucking sketching? when they could have been gaining? Why did you make friends with this person? This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Some people just cannot dig that deep. They don't have it in them to go to therapy or some form of counseling to help them take the steps to dig into that. And these are your avoidant attached people that are sitting on your social media, that is sitting on your dating site. People have gotten played by people online. Turn on them after they meet them. You know why that happens? Because someone who knows that they ain't shit and knows that how they feel about themselves, and for you to be beautiful and be with them, they know that something is wrong with you. I'm telling you how they thinking, yo. They know something's wrong. And they won't take you serious. That's another thing. They will not take you fucking serious, even if they want to. They'll be like, nah, how this beautiful person like me, how this wonderful, talented person is attracted to me, somebody who I know I would never be friends with, someone who would never talk to me if they saw me in the room, wouldn't even say hello. How suddenly this person really likes me and is really into me and really feels a connection with me when I ain't shit. So therefore that person is going to act out on that very thing that they feel. And now this person being mistreated. You see, you go online and you hear about people who meet people and they get pregnant by the person, something crazy, and then the person plays them and it goes public and everybody's talking about it like, oh my gosh, how could this person such and such and meet somebody online? I would never do that and get pregnant and this and that. There's something going on before that gets to that point between those two people. And when the socially awkward person in the mix is the one sitting here trying to play them for the choice they made with them, telling everybody that they ain't shit. I think that a lot of people, and I don't think people want to believe that there is a high percentage of incels and femcells in America. I need you to believe that there is a high percentage of incels and femcells in America. I need you to believe that there are people that can't get people to date them, to pay attention to them, to even like them. Because they are like wallpaper. They have no personalities. They have nothing, like even if they show personality, they still don't have nothing likable or people around them that like them. And if they have people that like them, they like them for the wrong reasons. They probably always fighting. They probably always doing something crazy. They're probably the clown show for everybody, the shit show, and they know it. I need you to believe that, to understand why people are doing and responding the way that they do. When you get close to people, they don't know how to date. When you listen to people, they don't know how to be in a relationship and vet people. When you really listen to people at your job, they don't even know how to talk to either the same or the opposite sex. When you listen to people, they don't understand simple things in life, like making a protein shake. Like, what is that? Oh, it's a protein shake. Creatine to feed your muscles, to do this and that. All they understand is a salad. That's the only health they understand is a salad, bro. That's crazy. But you have people that are like that. Also understand that there's a tremendous amount of people, and I mean tremendous amount of people who do not have self-esteem or know their self-worth. And the only way that they can come around to having that for themselves is by being in a relationship with someone who shows them love. And it will take time for them to find that love for themselves, no matter how much that person shows them love. And sometimes it's people, they just want to show love to somebody, but they have to meet you halfway in that. Some people don't want to be loved. Love hurt so bad. Love hurt them so bad. They've been betrayed so bad by a parent, by family, by being essayed or betrayed in some kind of way that they don't even want to be loved. I need you to know that these people exist, and most of these people are at your job, on social media. These are the same people. Social media and your job are the same people, because most people at your job beware on social media. And most of the time, your people at your job probably even have a social media page. And ask somebody at your job, can you follow them on social media? Most of them won't, but they'll let you follow them on Facebook because they can do that to be motherfucking nosy. There's people who have people at work on there, they make a page just so people at work can follow them. And I don't think it's important for anybody to know anybody's social media. I really don't. I also feel like in 3 minutes, I gotta go run outside. You headphone users, I'll make sure to let y'all know it's gonna be a little bit of noise. I'll respectfully even mute the phone for a few seconds for you. Okay. I also feel like there are people who need to fulfill something that's empty. What you are dealing with is a, a if you're going to say astrologers, if we're going to make the argument that America is a Cancer, the first six zodiac sign has no zodiac sign that reflects them. Libra is in the middle because Libra, once it gets on the wheel, is the first zodiac sign that reflects another zodiac sign, which is Aries. So it has the capacity to look outside of itself instead of being self-centered. So from Aries, in order, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. These are the zodiac signs that do not have the capacity to go outside of themselves and look at others to see how they're affecting someone else. So therefore, if we are a Cancer water sign of America, that means we are a water sign that has no self-reflection. So therefore, this is also a fourth zodiac sign. Aries is the infant. Taurus is like the toddler, the badass toddler. Gemini is the preteen. Cancer is the no, actually, Gemini is like the baby that begins to know itself, begins to walk and talk and stuff like that. Cancer is the preteen. And we know how childish, how, preteens can't handle themselves. This is the level and mindset of America. So a preteen or a preteen that's dating doesn't know how to socialize, doesn't know how to date. If they're having sex, oh boy, that is not a good thing. And if they're having sex with someone older than them, it's so much things to consider. If we're going to stand on the fact that America is a Cancer. And so then it begins to make sense to me. Having children, because Cancer is all about children and family and all that stuff. I think that's little girl stuff because Capricorn thinks about Let me have my career, my money, and everything in order, and then I will have a child. That's mature. Cancer says, I just want a baby. I just want a baby. So that's the teen mom. The gluttony, the eating, and holding on to the past. That's the water energy. My 600-pound life. That's cancer and energy. So therefore, if that is the argument, and I got to get ready to give y'all a headphone warning, okay? If that is the argument, then that stands on the fact that America is immature, socially inadequate, and what America sees as intelligence and smarts, people will be jealous of it. People will be envious of it. Just like a preteen who does not understand its own emotions. Okay, I'm grabbing stuff, y'all. Headphone users, turn your headphones down. Just like a preteen who does not, everybody left. My bad. I'll be trying to warn y'all though. I'll be trying to warn y'all. Just like a preteen. So therefore, we're not dealing with, where the fuck is my trash can? We are not dealing with intelligent emotions. None whatsoever. I hope nobody took my trash can because I'm kind of pissed off. It looks like that. One second, y'all. I gotta find my trash can. I guess this will be my trash can. This one looks kind of mad. No, this is my trash can. So we have that. Then we have, let me move it. All right, I'm about to make more noise, y'all. All right, more noise, y'all. More noise. Hold on. So therefore, this is the problem. This is the anti-intelligence. This is mine. Hold on. One more time. I'm doing this one across the grass. This is the anti-intelligence. This is the ways of, how do I say it? Jealousy and envy of dumb shit. This is the slick ass comment, the manipulation, the manipulative way that everyone's dating, the socially awkward way. This is the people who are holding on to things and not emotionally able to get through them. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense now that America is a cancer. Cancers say that they are master manipulators. And America has been manipulating everybody into believing that this is the greatest country, more noise, y'all, in the world. America has been manipulating people into believing that they have been better and great than other people. And we know, as true people who are smart and wise, we know that that shit ain't true at all. America is a place where there was slavery, separatism, racism. Who does separatism, racism, and abuse like that but someone who is very immature and who needs to be empowered? It is no accident that we're talking about Elon Musk, who is a cancer all the time, who has no boundaries, who's going through people's finances and these different things, places he has no business. It's no accident. It's about time for me to bounce. It's no accident that we have these things happening. It's no accident. It's no accident that Oh, let me crack this door for Bella. It's no accident. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I was thinking about you. I was going to tell you to come listen to the show in yesterday's show. It's no accident that we look at Elon Musk and we go, he's too emotionally unhinged. That's cancer. Oh, he's too emotionally unhinged. That's cancer. You see? It's no accident that we're looking that we're looking at life. We're looking at things and situations, people, persons, places, and things. And we're talking about how America is anti-intelligent. Who would be that way but a preteen? Anybody who's a mother can tell you how ridiculous preteens can be. Anybody who's a parent can tell you how much you have to step in and you have to realize as a parent, this child doesn't know any better. I have to teach them more. People who talk about children are easier as teens, that's a damn lie. That's a goddamn lie. You got to put more work in. You got to put more discipline in. The challenging, the misbehavior, the way you have to start discipline when they become a preteen. The way you have to start teaching them how to wash their ass. Is this not the same shit that goes on with adults in America? Gamers who don't properly wash themselves? How many gamers have we heard about? And everybody tells everybody about their odor. That's crazy, y'all. The Department of Education. Why are we even having a debate about the education system? That should be intact, people. So no one dateable in the USA, Elon a cancer. Elon Musk is a cancer, yes. Elon Musk is a cancer. You look at him, he looks like one. He's a cancer with a lot of Aquarian aspects. And this is what I'm saying. And though cancer can be intelligent because they have Aquarius in the 8th solar house. When you do cancer in the 1st house, the 8th house is Aquarius. But at the same time, there's a very dark side to that Aquarius. What is the dark side? Perversion, age gap relationships, transgenderism, trans kids, all of this stuff. Cancer energy. The housing situation. Cancer rules all of this. The home, cars, Tesla cars are being destroyed. Little boys love cars. Don't we go through this separatism? Little girls play with dolls and boys play with cars. And how many times we done heard so much makeup videos and makeup this and that, and people be bitching about women wearing makeup. People be bitching about women doing OnlyFans and showing off their bodies. And this is all immature cancer and energy. The zodiac sign of maturity is Capricorn. But again, we're going to go into the astrologer's argument that America is a cancer. And I'm here to say, if it is, I see it now, and I have all the answers that I need to see. This is why we have, oh, I work with you. I'm in your space, so I know you. So it's okay to get to know you, and it's okay to date you. Though I don't really know you because I didn't talk to you, but I'm here with you every day at work. I don't really know you, but I see you every day. I go to the grocery store and I feel this thing, this energy with you. That's cancer. Fuck what energy that you feel. People put energy projection all day. People come around you and hate you. That's cancer energy. unhinged emotional shit. The incel and femcel, that's Cancer energy. Can't figure out how to date and connect. The social awkwardness, Cancer energy. Mm-hmm. We all working like a slave, boo. I'm glad you're here to hear me talk about this before I have to go. And that, yes. So if America is indeed a Cancer, America is not advanced, because the Asian culture is mostly Aquarius. I still stand on Japanese being Virgos, possibly even some Libra aspects. But I tell you this, personally, Hispanic women under the sign Cancer fit still my good. Yes. Oh, yeah. And all the babies as teenagers, babies with family members, Project 2025, that's all Cancer. JD Vance is a Leo, but he has like Mercury in Cancer. None of it makes sense. They're not in tune with the time. They're not in tune with the times. And because of that, this is why this is happening, y'all. Okay? This is the answer. So go out there, get your certificates, educate yourself, read your books, choose to be around other intellectuals, talk about what you want to talk about, have your own mind, think for yourself. Don't let other people think for you and work. Nobody is as smart. This is awakening for me, and I hope it wakes you up too. Get that passport, get out there. Go see the other side of the world. Don't go to the Caribbean. Don't go to Mexico. Fuck them places. Go out. Go to Japan. Go to Italy. Go to Barcelona. Go to Australia, goddammit. But get the fuck far away. Go into places that praise education and intelligence. So many people are broken down in America because of education and intelligence, because it's at a preteen mind level. And this is what everyone needs to understand as you are an American living in America. This is a place where slavery is known to be. This is a place where whites only and black only is known to be, and somebody is trying to bring segregation back. Somebody's telling people to make it. This is all childish behavior. That meeting with Zelensky and Trump and JD was the most stupidest meeting I have ever seen. Zelensky was the most mature one in that room, but all these Americans and divestors is like, well, that's how men talk to men. Y'all don't understand that. That's not the case. He asked that man, he said, have you been to Ukraine before? I haven't been to Ukraine, but I've heard things. That's childish. That's not mature. That's not an adult way of communicating. Cancers are always people screaming and yelling at people and talking louder than people. They have to control the conversation and not be in the conversation. Cancers are always quick to try to threaten, manipulate, and do all this. This is what preteens do. This is high school shit. Try to talk down to you if you say, hey, I'm not having sex, I'm celibate. Oh, so you're going to die a virgin? And that's all preteen childish shit. And y'all have to understand the mind capacity of the country that you are living in, so you won't feel so alone. You have to understand everybody. I'm giving you the answer to it all. You don't know anybody because you see them every day. You don't know that person because you've been working with them for 10 years plus, or even 2 years or a year plus. You don't know that person. You don't even know your family like you think you know them, but you can trust your family a little more. I get it. You can't fall in love. You can have feelings. You choose your feelings. You choose to love somebody. You choose to say you are somebody I would want to marry and spend the rest of my life with. You choose to make those decisions. You choose to feel that way. Even to have a polyamorous relationship takes maturity. But we know some people are like little kids in polyamorous relationship. They're just poly. That's why they just poly. They're not polyamorous. They're not loving multiple people. They're just with a bunch of people. And that is still a choice. You choose to a lot of things that you're doing, you are choosing it. I need you to understand something else, y'all. I need everybody to not get so distracted. You're going to have people in this world which is very staged, because America is very manipulative. It's staged to have a Jasmine Crockett because that is the image of what they perceive the Black woman to be. Loud, boisterous, even though she comes from something that is very good. That is staged. It is staged for Umar Johnson to keep talking about what he wants to do for the Black community while keep betraying them, and no one has turned their back on him. It is staged for his daughter to come up here and say, well, he ain't never do nothing for me, and it's his daughter, while he's trying to build a school for all boys and he has a girl. All of these things are created for the illusion. I understand, and I talk the way that I do because I've been doing what I've been doing for years. And now I understand why so many people came around saying the dumb shit that they said, because we live in America, which is a cancer. We're not dealing with high intellectuals. 1 second, y'all. I got to step out for a second. I mean, check my messages. It's like 2:32. Let's see. Oh, today, okay. So I'm not rushing. Just gonna wait. And so keep in mind these things. So when you keep these things in mind, you're not going to be afraid to open that book at work in the corner and read it. Sit by yourself at work and read it. Sit down and journal, whatever time that you have the journal. Go to that library, mind your business, and do what you love to do at that library. You're not going to be distracted because someone is snickering in your face and I guess showing that they like you. You feel me? You're not going to be impressed by anything. You know why? You're not going to be impressed by crushes and shit like that because that's little kid shit and we grown. We don't give a fuck about no crush. We give a fuck about how do you think? Are you what I need in my life? Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? What the fuck do you want? Because you have to understand with this level of unintelligence, you're going to have people who approach you and they don't even like you. That's immature in itself. You're going to have people that want to be around you and they hate you. That's immature in itself. You feel me? All right, y'all. I'm going to shut it down right here. It's been great. I got to bounce. Y'all enjoy your life. I'm out of here.